What if you did every single thing in your life to the absolute extreme? Fell asleep in your office chair, went to the gym 2, 3 times a day, did everything you can in your human power to achieve everything you want to achieve. Because it may sound, stupid. It may sound overkill. It may sound like, oh, you have no life. You do all these things. But the truth is, it's the only way to build something fast and achieve results faster than everybody else. I'm sitting here right now at my desk getting some work done. It's like 11 p.m. and I just popped a double espresso and I'm trying to take my life to the next level, right? That's why I'm doing this. And I already have everything my younger me wanted. So how are you going to beat me? You can't. And there are guys out there working harder than me with millions and millions of dollars already as an advantage. So it's like, if you want to achieve these things, right, there is plenty of money in the world, but the truth is we're all competing for it. There's a lot of supercars, but people want those too. There's a lot of girls, but people want those too. Like everything you want will get taken from you from people who work harder. And if you don't, basically come up to the plate and do your fair share to get there, you're going to die without these things. Too many people I see online, like this is even why I'm making this video right now. Too many people online are like, oh, I can delay things. I got so much time, blah, blah, blah. You do not have time. People fail to understand. There are only 365 days in a year. Most of you guys are probably taking weekends off, right? What is that? If there's 52 weeks, what is that? 2 times 52? That's 104 days, right? So now you only have 261 days. You've already taken off 104 days because you're not working on the weekends. You're doing a part-time job. You're working your job. You're probably working on your business or a side hustle a couple nights a week. And you get to the end of the year and you realize you haven't put anything towards your goals. And I'm here, right? I'm just using me as an example because I've made a lot of money and I'm still working harder than these other people because for some reason it seems like me and a few other people are the only ones with actual ambition. Like I get so many messages from you guys being like, oh, how do you stay motivated? How do you do so much stuff? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, get off Instagram and stop DMing me and actually do some work. Now, I don't want this video to just be a straight up rant. What I try to do on this channel is just help you guys out, basically teach you guys everything I've learned going from zero to a millionaire at 19 years old. But sometimes you got to be harsh to get through to people. Like if you don't actually put the work in, if you keep delaying your dream life, delaying the work, delaying this, delaying that, you are never going to get there. The only reason I went from zero to a millionaire at 19 years old in less than a year is because I did 4 times the work as everybody else. There's a reason these things are uncommon. There's a reason they call it the 1%. And even though so many people understand these things, they never actually put in the work. They never actually do the effort it takes to become a top 1% individual. Like if I see one more guy on TikTok or Instagram repost the supercar being like, oh, I'm going to have this. Me and bro are going to lock in. This is us in 2026. No, it's not. That is not going to be you. That is not going to be you and your bro. You and your bro are going to be working wherever you're working now at fucking Papa John's because you haven't put any work in. So it's like, if you want to get these quick results, you need to have a mental shift. You need to take things to the next level. This is what I had. I was a broke high school kid. I was 17. I was depressed. I was gambling all my money on FanDuel sports betting from my part-time jobs and losing it all, sitting in my room depressed. I had nothing. I had bad grades. My parents were harping on me because they wanted me to go to college and I was just giving up in school. The only thing I had was drive and ambition. And one day I just decided, I snapped my fingers and I decided that I was going to get the life I always wanted. I wasn't going to just give in to this normal 9-to-5 BS that every single person does and just literally live a mundane life and never get what they want. And if you never have that turning point, if you never flip that mental switch and just turn it on, you're never going to get there. You right now are already behind. I'm behind. I'm 20 years old, worth a few $1 million, and I feel like I'm behind because I see 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds killing the game more than me. So the fact that you're even able to scroll on TikTok all day, not put any work in, just do things that are destroying your life, it's just such a sign of that you will never make it. You have no testosterone level, you have no ambition, you have no drive, and frankly, You don't deserve these things. Now, I'm a firm believer that you get what you deserve in this life. You may rebuttal that and say, oh, people are born rich, blah, 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 all these things. People get rich, they're bad people, whatever. I believe that you get what you deserve. If you put the work in, the universe, God, whatever you believe in, somehow is going to make things fair, somehow is going to give you what you deserve. And it's funny because it seems like as soon as I locked in, as soon as I focused on the work and didn't focus on the results, that's when I got the life of my dreams. That's when I got everything I ever wanted. So you need to stop reposting Lamborghinis on TikTok and actually putting some work into achieving your goals. Start that business, go to the gym 3 times a day. But whatever you're trying to build, do it quick. Go all in. You have so much more capability than you can even understand. Genuinely ask yourself, when was the last time you gave your all to something? When was the last time you gave genuine, full, 100% effort towards a goal? You didn't sleep until your eyes were literally shutting and you couldn't stay awake. You kept going no matter how hard it got. You never done that. And that's why you don't have the results you want in this life. So many people love to talk about, oh, you got to visualize success, you got to manifest, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all great. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe you should visualize success. But people forget 90% of it is actually putting the work in. There are no shortcuts to this game. You can't cheat God. You can't cheat the universe. If you want to live this life that only 1% of people get to live, even less, you need to put in the top 1% efforts. It's the biggest logic fail of our generation. People think they can do the same things as everyone else and magically get different results. If you do the same things as people who have the life that you don't want, you are going to get the life of what you don't want. You are going to get those same results. It's common math, but it seems like people just forget because everybody has this superiority complex. Everybody is more arrogant than they can even realize because they think that things are just going to be handed to them and they think that things are magically going to appear. Guess what? You're never going to get that supercar. It's never going to appear in your driveway until you put the work in, until you make $250,000 to buy that Lamborghini. So if you want to live the life and if you want to actually take your life to the next level, you need to get harsh with yourself. Now, I'm all for positive thoughts. I'm all for, being nice to yourself, giving yourself positive affirmations to keep going. But at the end of the day, sometimes if you have no results, if you're sitting here in front of this screen, 18, 19, 20, whatever, 25, 30, and you have no results, you got to get harsh with yourself. You need to prove it to yourself that you are who you say you are. You need to prove it to yourself that you can achieve the things that you aspire to be. So it's you need to stop being so nice to yourself. Oh, I can wait. Oh, I can go to the party this weekend. Oh, I can go here. I can go here. No, you can't. You don't have any money. Your kids are going to look up to somebody else. Your dream girl's going to get taken by someone who's working harder than you. And you're going to be on your deathbed regretting everything you've done. Now, that may sound harsh, but it's what's going to happen. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at how the world works. Because until I got this wake-up call, until I really realized that I actually had to do things to achieve success, I was that depressed kid. I was broke. I was in high school. I didn't know what I was going to do. My parents were about to kick me out. I had no path. I had nowhere to go. But I dug myself out of that hole. I literally built what I have now brick by brick because I realized if I didn't, I was never going to get out of that position. Newton's second law, equal and opposite force. Every single thing you put into something, you will get an equal output. If you're broke right now, if you don't have a business, do something. Go run for 2 miles. Go to the gym, watch a YouTube video learning something about business. Do something. We are in the internet age, the easiest time of all time to get rich, the easiest time in human history to make money. You literally have to click buttons. You need to click buttons on your keyboard, click buttons on your phone, and you can live the life of your dreams. Before, probably 2015, it was impossible for a 20-year-old kid like me to have a McLaren and an Aston Martin and live my dream life. But the fact that you were born in this generation, you should be so grateful. You should be going so hard that it wouldn't even make sense for you to lose. Alex Hormozy has this unbelievable quote. He says, do so much action, do so much work that it wouldn't even make sense if you lost. Put so much into something that if you lost, it would be unreasonable. Because if you do that, you're going to win, but you have to put the work in. I know this is a rant. I know this is just a video of me just talking, but it's like I'm trying to get through to you guys because I get so many of these messages and I see this all day, every day. I have the TikTok For You page with all the motivation. You see the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris, you see all this garbage, right? And it's like, oh, I'm going to get there. How? How are you going to get there? You need a plan. You need something to execute on. You need to take action. You need to start a business. Like, you need to do something to get out of this rat race, because the truth is, I don't know how long this is going to last. I don't know how long we're going to be able to be 20 years old clicking buttons and get rich. Like, you don't know how long these opportunities are going to be around. And there are so many gold mines online that are just in front of your face. There are so many ways to make money online if you just put a little bit of effort in. Do you know that your whole ancestry, all these people used to actually do hard work? If you go back long enough in your bloodline, people used to have to fight and kill for their own food, and you can't click buttons to make money and become wealthy and retire your mother. Like, what is wrong with you? You need to actually put some work in for once in your life. I'm not trying to be one of these cringy motivational guys. I'm trying to get my message across of like, yeah, you can visualize success. You can think all these things. It's good to have delusional self-belief, but at some point you need to actually put the work in if you want to achieve these things. Like, please, if you take one thing from this video, just get off of it. Get off this video and actually go do something with your life. Go to the gym, start that business, take that risk, like go after what you want, because we only get one shot at this thing. And I know that's the most cliche thing you've ever heard, but people don't get it through their minds. We get one shot. Why would you spend this life doing something you don't want to do? Why would you not go after something? The only risk is not taking any risks. And if you want to know a real secret to the universe, if you really want some knowledge, if you take a risk, you will never fall on your face. You will never actually fail. If you actually go all in on something and make a risk in your life, it will pan out one way or another. You will get a learning experience or you will win. It doesn't matter what you do. It's the people that actually take risks. It's the people that actually put in the work that get the results in life, that get what they want. And this stuff is so much deeper than money. When you look at that supercar, I'll tell you from experience, when you get that supercar, when you get the Rolex, when you get the cool place, like when you actually do something, when you give a nice gift to your mom, you're going to be like, wow, I put my all into something and I won. I did this. Every other thing in your life, right? Everything, whether it's going through school, whether it's living with your parents, like whether anything it is, people are handing things to you. People are giving you things. You haven't done anything on your own, but when you build a business, when you make money, when you take yourself out of the trenches and actually get some results, something you can feel, whether it's a supercar, whether it's a watch, whether it's anything, a pair of shoes, you are going to get a sense of pride. You are going to realize, wow, I did this. I was at the bottom. Now I'm here. I am growing. I'm going towards something. I actually did something. And it's going to fill you with a sense of energy that you've never felt before. And it's going to make you want to keep going. I tell people, right? If you want to start something, if you watch this video and you're actually one of the good ones, you're going to do something, right? You need to do whatever it takes to get to just a little bit of results. You need to do whatever it takes to get to a point where you have some success. It doesn't matter if it's one sale. It doesn't matter if your body changes a little bit in the gym. You need to do whatever it takes to get to that starting point, because I'm telling you, once you get those results, once you can actually see with your own eyes something you have done, you are going to build momentum and you are going to be off to the races. Your brain needs to see results. You need to do whatever it takes to get to that first sale, because I remember on Easter 2 years ago, I made $300 online from my business. It was the first time I ever made money, and that might have been the happiest day of my life. I was telling my family about it. They were all happy for me. I was so ecstatic because I finally had built something and I've done something for myself. So you need to ask yourself, what type of person are you? Are you the type of person who just watches TikTok, watches other people live their life, and you're just going to be a normal guy, not take care of your mother, not take care of your family, not live the life of your dreams, have your kids look up to somebody else because you didn't put the work in? No, that isn't you. You're better than this. There's a reason you clicked on this video, and the reason is you are meant for more. You know that you have more inside of you, and you're never going to get that stress out of your heart. You're never going to have peace in your life until you start going towards something, until you actually fulfill your potential. You need to give your all to something. For you guys who believe in God, we are made in the image of God. That means that we are creators because God is the ultimate creator. There's a reason you feel the best when you're building something, you're creating something, you're creating a better life for yourself, you're progressing. If you're not progressing, you're not going anywhere. You need to always be getting better. You need to be going after a goal. That is the only way you will feel good about yourself as a man. So if you're sitting here, if you're wasting all your time, if you're not doing anything, you need to cut that out immediately like it's a virus that's going to kill you, because it literally is. If you aren't doing anything with your life, you need to stop. You need to start moving now.